together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. We'll be joined here by my brother Tim in just a little bit. We get 2 games in the NHL for today's card, and we get 11 games in the NBA. We're back and running in the NBA. A big slate to get jumping right back into, so we will be going over all of that. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Overall, positive day. Only one play could have gone better. We'll get into it. College basketball treated us so nicely yesterday. Purdue minus 11 comes through. They kicked the crap out of Utah State. I got Marquette to advance to the Sweet 16. Cashed that ticket there. I posted that one on Twitter pre-tournament. I went 2-6 with those, though. I got Gonzaga and Marquette, and that was it, which was frustrating. But Duke minus 7 was a winner. They also whooped ass on James Madison. Easy winner on that one. We got the dog. It was the Clemson Tigers plus 4.5 and plus 170 as the favorites go 7-1 yesterday. We had the one dog there. As Clemson wins outright, that's going to be an interesting matchup when they take on Arizona in the next round. I like Arizona to get by them, but I don't know about cover. We'll get into that. Connecticut takes care of business there. Sets up an interesting matchup against San Diego State. So that was the rematch of the national championship last year, and we get that in the Sweet 16 this year. With no reigning national champion making it past the Sweet 16. And I want to say 10 years, 15 years, something along those lines. I don't remember what the exact number was. But the defending champion has not made it past the Sweet 16 in a while. And San Diego State's getting hot at the right time. Then to end the night in college basketball, Yale. Yale killed the full sweep of yesterday for me, plus 200, plus 5.5. They lose by 18 points, 85-57. Kind of frustrating there, but it is what it is. In hockey, it was not a great day. Double up on Edmonton did not work. First period puck line, full game -1. First period 1-1, full game 5-3 Ottawa. So Ottawa playing out the strings, but they're playing good spoiler role right now. The Dallas Stars team total over 3.5 and -130 was a winner. The full game over 6. I mentioned if you want shop around, do not get a 6.5 because you wanted that chance to push. It did push. Ducks' first period was a thing of beauty because they ended up losing in overtime. But the first period plus 150, get in, get out, get on your way with the first 20 minutes and move on. That's all I want with a bad hockey team. I think I'm going to start doing that more with dogs. And let me get these college baseball plays off the bottom of the screen here. So there we go. Perfect. But yeah, and then ended off the night in the NHL with the loser, Calgary Flames, -102. Oh, well. They couldn't take advantage of a good situation. It is what it is. But overall yesterday, up 2.4 units for me, so another profitable day. It's been a nice little week. And it's been a nice little last 30 days. They've been profitable last 30 days. So want to keep that going here. But yeah, let's get into the chat and then we will get into the card. Just got home. We'll be on in 5 minutes. There you go. NCAA was too chalky, ugly. Yeah, I think one dog won in the round of 32, Clemson. I think we'll see more upsets there, maybe in the round of the Sweet 16. Sup, what's good, Gerardo? But we will get it started here. I've not moved on this game. I moved on the other game. I did a free pick video for it as well. But we will get into it here. as we have the St. Louis Blues playing host to the Vegas Golden Knights. The Golden Knights minus 145 favorites in this game with a total of 6 in this game. As I'm getting my spreadsheet up, we're getting the markets up here for this game. Over on Bet Online, this line opened up with the Vegas Golden Knights as favorites. They were minus 165. It immediately went down within 15 minutes of the line opening. It went from 165 to 144. And since then, it's kind of stayed put. So immediately the market said, no, Vegas should not be minus 165 on the road here, especially against the St. Louis Blues team, which I 100% agree with. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 110. It's a 6 at minus 108. So we have a line movement towards the under, and we have a line movement towards the Blues in this game here. Taking a look at the cash flow in this spot here, which we probably won't have much to go off of because we never do anymore with the NHL, which is frustrating. But we have for this game, it all mixed up. What are we doing? No, I want it by scheduled. There we go. We have 54% of the tickets are on the Golden Knights. You have the line moving towards the Blues. And 47% of the tickets are on the over. So 53% of tickets on the under. Makes sense, the line moving slightly towards that under there. I think this line's correct. I think there is a goaltending advantage here with Benny. But is it enough for me to pull the trigger here? No, I have this game priced around Vegas minus 135, minus 140 range. It'd be Blues or nothing in this game, and this will be a very important. I'll still watch this game. It's a very important game still for my futures. So I do have a little plus 170 for the Blues to make the playoffs, and if they win this game in regulation, this would be a huge swing if the Blues win this game in reg, and because then we would be looking at a St. Louis Blues team who would be 2 points behind the Vegas Golden Knights. All of a sudden, they are 10-3 in their last 13 games. They are getting hot at the right time. St. Louis is going to flirt with the wild card spot here, and it would be Blues or nothing for me. I'm going to try to play Mind Reader, Jake Neighbors, but I'll pass it off to Tim now here. As now I just probably spoiled what he was going to say. But Tim, welcome to the show. Vegas Golden Knights and St. Louis Blues. How's Jake Neighbors going to do today?
He's going to give me a point. I'm going to keep riding Jake Neighbors. What is it, 6 straight games he's gotten a point? He's been my little wagon that has not let me down yet. I'm waiting for him to. He's gotten a point in 6 straight games. 1 point against Minnesota, 2 against Ottawa, 1 against Colorado, Ducks, Minnesota, and LA Kings. Yeah, that's my only NHL player of the day, and you completely ruined it. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, sign me up for Jake Neighbors to score to get a point.
All right, fair enough. Head over to the chat. There. I don't know what that is. Cool. What's good, Art Smith? Blues team total over 3.5. I can see it. Goaltending for Vegas has fallen off a little bit there. Morning all. Let's get it today. Good luck, Earle and chat. Good. Vegas minus 1.5. No. Boosted Knights minus 123 on Fanatics. Going to miss these 10 profit boosts per day. Yeah, I was putting in my numbers for Fanatics, and it's been absolutely glorious during March Madness. I've been using all the boost on March Madness, and because they're like max $25 bets, but I made $240 off those $25 boosts and stuff like that off of Fanatics this week. So it's actually been a really nice week for Fanatics. Yeah, I am going to miss those profit boosts as well. What's good, Markel? Blues money line? Yep. Blues first period, Blues and reg. I like it. Seeing Canucks minus 124 now. That makes me a little nervous because I did bet the Canucks last night. Oh, just saying what's up. What's good? See, it just popped up like this for me, so I don't know what that is. All good. We'll head to the final hockey game of the day. Sad 2-game slate, but I think we have a really nice slate for tomorrow. Which the Tuesday, Thursday shows are going to get interesting when we have big hockey slates and then an MLB card and all that. We may start the show a little earlier to try to allow me to get through all the NHL card and then try to get to some MLB as well. But we'll get into this game here. The Vancouver Canucks taking on the LA Kings. Canucks minus 130 favorites in this game. Total of 5.5 in this spot. Line opened up at a 135. It's down to a 124. Does make me a little nervous here. Line opened up at a 6 at plus 110. It's now a 5.5 at minus 105. So we've had a move towards the under here as well. We have 83% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on the Kings. So that makes sense that the line's moving towards them there. That makes me feel a little bit better. That's just the public moving the line with everybody betting the Kings. And then the over is getting 95% of the tickets. No cash flow on the total. 4,200 tickets in. The Canucks coming in on 3 straight wins. They've received points in 8 of their last 9 games. And on the flip side, the Kings have been playing better as of late. Granted, this will be a step up in competition. They beat Chicago and Minnesota, 2 teams that are not making the playoffs. And then they had a nice overtime win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. We had the Kings in that game. That was very nice. And you can argue on the same side with Vancouver. Their 3-game winning streak are not particularly against playoff teams. Actually, none of these teams are making the playoffs with 3 straight wins against Calgary, Montreal, Buffalo. So 2 teams coming in, taking steps up in competition. My numbers had this game around a minus 150 for the Canucks. I took a shot with Vancouver here. Casey DeSmith's been good for this Canucks team since having to take over the starting role with Demko hurt. So I'm gonna take a shot here, minus 130 with the Canucks. That's my only hockey play for the day.
I'm just gonna stick with my neighbors play, and that's it.
Fair, good breakdown.
Well, I didn't really have anything, and I will be. I'm thinking of something with the NBA.
Oh God.
Yeah. Because it's supposed to be ugly today. There's a lot of big favorites.
Please don't tell me you're just going to take all the big money lines and move on.
I kind of want to. We'll see. But I would have to bet all of them.
Yeah, and that's not. I don't know if that'll be a good idea or not. I think you'd probably.
I might take all the big spreads. I'm not sure if I would put them up on the site, but I might just ride all the dogs today and see how it goes, because there's some big dogs today, and hope that one or two went outright.
Yeah, there are some big dogs that grade out to some value for me that I would like to see how the market's moving on those, which we'll get into those in just a few minutes here, or in a minute here when we get to the NBA segment. But yeah, I can see that. Let's see. Yeah. Double up on parlays yesterday. Houston moneyline, Duke moneyline, UConn moneyline, San Diego State moneyline, A&M plus 14.5. Yeah, I had a few with Houston, Duke, UConn, Purdue for me, and a couple with Marquette. So yeah.
Public 8 yesterday in freaking college basketball.
I don't know. I mean the moneyline parlay people other than Baylor.
When 7 out of 8 favorites win yesterday and 15 out of 16 favorites win over the weekend, the public 8.
I mean, if you want to take a look back at that, 55% of the tickets were on Colorado. 55% of the tickets were on Purdue. So, okay, that was split there. 76% of the tickets were on James Madison. Public didn't need on JMU or on Duke. 68% of the tickets were on Baylor. Public didn't need with Baylor.
Okay. You got what I mean, though. It was all favorites yesterday besides Clemson.
61% of the tickets were on A&M. The spread, they cashed there, but they lost the money line. And then the public 8 with a little bit of San Diego State, 58% of the tickets. So I don't know. Fair enough. Continue on the chat.
Who's in net? DeSmith? If so, Canucks money line. National Blowout Association, Yes, it is. Dog's going to bark in the NBA. I hope so, because we'll talk about it. Who cares about the public?
It's not the end-all, be-all for me, but it's enough to keep me off of sides. I don't like public dogs. Like, I can care less of a favorite's a little bit public because they still win the public favorites. And actually in baseball, I believe I remember seeing one person kept preaching it that big public home favorites actually did really well last year in baseball. But when you look at it, I can care less if a team's public or not. But actually, I do care about that. But it's more of if all the tickets are on, and all the cash are on one side, is the line at least moving in that direction? So we'll get into it here. Cleveland Cavaliers and the Charlotte Hornets. This is such a fun start to our slate, Tim, with the Cavaliers as 12-point favorites with a total of 206 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Let me switch over from hockey to basketball. As we have it loading. There we go. This line, I'm seeing 11.5 now for this game. Line opened up at a 10.5. It got up to a 12.5. It's down to an 11.5 now. So we've still had a 1-point line move towards these Cleveland Cavaliers since the opening line. Line opened up at a 206.5. It's down to a 205.5. So we have a move towards the under here, and we have a move towards the Cavaliers from 10.5 to 11.5 here. Limited sample size here. I don't get what's going on with Action Network as of late. It's been really annoying. But we have 62% of the tickets are on the Cavaliers, 4,675 tickets in, with the line moving towards them. And 69% of the tickets are on the over, but yet this line's moved towards the under, which is kind of interesting there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really going to look at totals too much here because looking at my projections, I think all overs have value on them, but I'm not trying to just bet every over on the card because unders have actually been hitting really well in the NBA as of late. My projection for this game was Cleveland to be around a 13.5, 14 range. So it's Cavaliers or nothing for me in this game. And maybe I look to move on the Cavaliers and not be worried about these big numbers because the line's moving towards them. There's value on them. I'm kind of interested in Cleveland here. Plus, didn't Cleveland just get their ass kicked their last game as well?
I haven't paid attention to the NBA in a couple of days.
I think I want to move on Cleveland here because I think they got beat down by the Heat in their last game, if I'm not mistaken.
Keep in mind, Cleveland's been injured, so
yeah. There's also a little bit of a revenge game. Oh, nope, never mind. That was last year. Never mind. I read that quick. Yeah, they've lost 3 in a row, Cleveland, including 2 straight double-digit losses in Minnesota and in Miami. They played yesterday in Miami, and they got beat down 121-84. I'm going to move on Cleveland early here in this game. I think I'm going to move on Cleveland maybe first quarter, first half, something along those lines. In this game, I'm interested in Cleveland first half. I think for this spot, just give me the first half. Maybe I take the full game as well. They're just coming in off of an absolute ass whooping, and this is the team to get right against. Is the Charlotte Hornets team? I'm going to double up on them here and take the first half full game.
I'm gonna contemplate whether or not to put these up on the site. I said, fuck it, give me all the dogs. So I took all the dogs that were the only ones I left off were Toronto and the Pacers. So any of the 8+ point dogs I took outright. And I'm hoping to hit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. I'm hoping to hit 3 and 6 would be nice, would be profitable. Yeah, I just said F it, give me all the dogs. Hornets plus 455 to start it off. You got to keep in mind where are all the people from March Madness going now with all their favorite money? Right to the NBA. I think that a lot of people could look at it. because one or two teams have to ruin the parlays today in the NBA. Who will it be? I don't know.
It won't be the Caps.
I'm not trying to pick and choose. I took them all. So let's start off. Hornets plus 455. I may end up putting all these up on the site. We'll see.
So am I not allowed to bet the Cavaliers then?
You can bet whatever you want. I'm not stopping you from betting the Cavaliers.
I don't want to bet against the site though.
Nick, there's going to be 9 dogs on the site if I put them up, so it does not matter. I don't care.
I'll take a look into it here.
We'll see. We'll see whether or not I put it up or not. I looked at today's slate, looked at it, went, this is freaking gross, and then I wanted to move on. But instead, I went and I put small bits on each dog. Because, fuck it, why not?
All right, I'm going to stick to just the first half here.
Okay. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy, my dog, NBA. Let's find some value. Let's do it. It's not the public. It's how the bookies adjust their lines to the cash flow. Okay. Good morning. Celtics first half. Let's get paid. We'll talk about that in a minute. I had a ton in my mid-season MLB single-use parlay profit boost on the Juice Braves money line when they were at home and crushed it. As the season slows down after the few opening months, each side should get a ton of boost.
Yeah. I moved on Cleveland first half, minus 6.5, minus 115.
Shorthanded Philly beat the Clippers, shake my head, and the Road Warriors lost to the Wolves, shake my head, 2 upsets. I'm pretty sure. What do you mean that's not an upset. Minnesota was the favorite. So that one was an upset. But yeah, the Sixers is. Any hockey I missed? Yeah, I'm on Neighbors and Nick's on the Canucks. My Bucks blew out OKC. The Nuggets appreciate it. Came in for the first time for the best part of the show. Let's get it. Let's do it. Action locking out cash on the totals is bullshit. The last 3 days have been horrible. Celtics quarter. No, thank you. I'll probably it's a big dog. You'll know what I'll be. Cavs take both games. This is what the doctor ordered. 145 to 150. Fakers beat Indiana. Almost 300 point total. The game went way over. Each quarter did 2 with the totals ending over 60 per quarter. Wow, nice. Fakers still win at home. Pistons, shake my head, only scored 10 points in the first quarter. Jesus, and lose at home. Yikes. Pass on Cleveland game. I lean Cleveland, but pass. Thursday can't come fast enough. I will say, I already have a bunch of plays that I like in baseball on opening day.
I just added the first quarter as well, minus 3.5 of the Cavs.
Like I'm already eyeing down some money lines for the MLB, so I'm excited for that. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, we get a big favor here. Another one. You're gonna hear that's gonna sound like a broken record today. A big favorite, big favorite, big favorite, big favorite. Welcome to the National Blowout Association. The Boston Celtics are taking on the Atlanta Hawks. I'm in hockey mode. But we have this game. Lines dropped a little bit since this morning. It did open up at a 9.5. Within 3 minutes of it opening up at 9.5, it went up to an 11.5. Since then, it got up to a 12, and it's now down to a 10.5. So since the opening line, it's been a slight move towards Boston, but since about 3 minutes into the line being open, it's moved a point towards Atlanta. Do with that information as you please. Total opened up at a 226. It's down to a 225. So we even moved towards the under here in this game, as we have 76% of the tickets are on the Celtics, 9,229 tickets in, and then 63% of the tickets are on the under. We have no cash flow for either. So thanks for being useless once again, Action Network. Frustrating, especially with how much that costs. But let's take a look here. My projections for this game. I have the Celtics along the lines of a 9.5 in this game, 9.5. So I think this line move down away from the 12 makes sense. Is this a game I'm getting involved with? No. So it's a simple pass for me here.
Where is it? Hawks 4-1, plus 400 on the Hawks money line. I'm just gonna. I'm doing it today. I normally don't do this that often. Any big dog, I'm taking them all. I'm taking them all outright. And I will say I feel a lot more comfortable with the home dogs. So I do feel a little bit better going after like the Hawks rather than the Hornets. But I like that one. There's 3 big home dogs that I grabbed. So we'll see how it goes. Give me the Hawks plus 400 on the money line. And by the way, I bet 9 of these. If I get some of the mediocre one, well, if I get one of them, I'm guaranteed a winning night. Because the Memphis Grizzlies are 950 against the Nuggets.
And the Pistons have some skill too.
Pistons are 850. So Pistons, there's actually a better line on Memphis. If I get either one of those, I'm profitable. So we'll see how those go. Hawks, money line outright. I'm hoping to win like 2 of them. I'm not, or 2 to 3 of them. So I'm not trying to go crazy, and I put small amounts on each one. So
obviously you can't go big with something like this.
No, I'll be honest. My normal bet size, I put about a third of it on each game.
Okay. Third of you.
I said upset, Tim. I believe the Road Warriors are better than Minnesota despite the records. They're not.
No.
Morning, Donovan. Good morning. My Tigers are minus 160 faves on opening day versus the White Sox. Man, Chicago must stink this year. Chicago may be the worst.
Oh, they're going to be the worst team in baseball. I think that's a steal of a number right there. Right off the rip.
If you run line it with, what is it, Casey Mize on the mound?
Is it Casey Mize or is it Tariq Skubal?
It might be Skubal. It might be. I think it's Skubal actually. It is Tariq Skubal versus Garrett Crotchet.
Oh my God. -1 that up. First 5 run line. They're going to kick the crap out of them.
Yeah, I kind of might have to go to that. I may bet every single MLB game on opening day. Anyways, I'm damn sure ain't and getting in front of the Celtics. That's fine. That Capitals game was fun. Capitals money line under Ovechkin. No, it wasn't
I'm
fun.
ready for this freaking Capitals team to die. All they're doing is building up a playoff run just to get swept in the first round by the Panthers.
Hey, bros, I'm sorry. I'm late to the show. Been MIA. All you do. All is well. Yeah, Avalanche plus 375 live. Never in doubt.
Yeah, I grabbed them down 2-0 at plus 160. I didn't get the best of the number like I saw a lot of people did.
You got Celtics -9. I will say a bunch of these dogs that I'm betting are going to get ugly. Like, there's going to be a bunch of blowouts, and I'm expecting a bunch of my dogs to get blown out. It is what it is, and I'm accepting that. I just need 2 of them to win. On the usual Blues money line, under along with the Kings Canucks under sprinkle to draw. There you go. USF blew my Sweet 7 team yesterday. That sucks.
Yeah, I'll blew an 8-teamer for me.
Screw the Oilers. I didn't even come close to any parlays. So.
Oh yeah, the Oilers.
This is one of the 2 games I didn't bet.
This is one I have a little bit of appeal to. In this game here,
because it's not ridiculous.
Yeah. Also, my numbers show discrepancy. I'm going to probably ask you for an explanation on why the line is the way it is. And is there injuries on the side of the Toronto Raptors? Let's get into it here. Line open up at a 6.5. All right. So the line's moved half a point towards Brooklyn. Line open up at a 221.5. It's down to a 218.5. So we'll move towards the under here as well. We have in this game, where's the Nets? Where are the Nets? There they are. 70% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the Brooklyn Nets here in this game. So we have a public road favorite in this game. 71% of the tickets are on the under. The lines move towards the under here in this spot. What's the injury report like for the Toronto Raptors here? Because if it's
the normal, nobody's out because it's out for today's game as their first game out or anything. It's the normal players that have been out.
I'm interested in the Raptors at this number. I think the wrong team's favored. I don't think Brooklyn should be 6.5 point favorites in this game. My numbers have this game at a pick 'em. So am I wrong here in this spot to think that this line is way too wide for the Brooklyn Nets on the road here? Or is this a game that Brooklyn's just going to go into Toronto and dominate?
I mean, both teams suck. Toronto has actually, have lost a lot in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games in a row, and 12 out of their last 13. Their only win was at home versus the Charlotte Hornets. And they did not cover the spread. This is a Toronto team that I want nothing to do with. They're coming off of a loss against the Wizards. Yeah. No, I want nothing to do with this game. It would be Toronto or nothing, because I would have. Part of me is looking at this and going, why am I not just adding Toronto and Pacers and taking every dog today and seeing how it goes? But I'm not touching the two smaller dogs right now because I don't know if there's enough real value for me to want to go after it. Because all the smallest money line I've taken was $2.95. And you look at the Raptors, they are $2.10, and later on the Pacers, they're $1.80. I'm just going to stay off this game.
Oh, the play-in tournament 7 through 10. I was going to be like, there's no possible way that, Toronto is flirting with a playoff spot or anything like that. No, it's 7 through 10. I thought never mind. Yeah, they're 9.5 games out of a playoff spot.
Yeah. Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah, I'm just still trying to think whether or not I'm going to take the Raptors here in this spot. I think I might, which is completely ugly, but we'll move on. I'm probably going to pull the trigger on the Raptors. Sue me. New York Knicks are 16-point home favorites, total of 210 in this game. We're going to get ugly with this NBA card real quick, aren't we?
Yes,
because I'm liking the Raptors, and the Pistons have some appeal here today. With the Knicks being 16-point favorites at home, line opened up at a 16. It got up to 16.5 for a split second. It's back down to a 16. Line opened up at a 207 towards. There we go. Sorry, I got those spitty things. We've had a line movement towards the over. We've had no movement on the side in this game here. 67% of the tickets are on the Knicks. No line movement. 4,892 tickets in. 60% of the tickets are on the over, which is explain the line move towards that there. This is a crazy spread in this game, but Pistons have lost 6 in a row, and all but one was by double digits. They have not covered. Actually, they covered last game, but they were 15-point dogs. They're 16-point dogs in this game. The Knicks have won 5 of their last 6 games. Their only loss was a 13-point loss against the Denver Nuggets. That's not a bad loss at all in Denver. And they beat the Nets 105-93 on the 23rd. Their first game back after a West Coast road trip. They covered that number. I probably would have been on Brooklyn in that game from that situationally, if we were actually looking at the NBA that during that time, and the Knicks won and covered there. The New York Knicks are dangerous. And why are they dangerous? They play to the under. They play good defense. And that's what they need to do with all their players out at the moment. This is a tricky game here. I mean, my numbers have this game along the lines of a 13. So do that as you please. I see value in the Detroit Pistons. Do I want to have money on Detroit basketball today, though, is the question. And the answer is really no. But with that being said, this is an ugly card, and I might get ugly with this game and take the 16 points. I'm not going to touch the money line in this game, which means that the Pistons will win outright if I just take the spread, not the money line. But this is Pistons or nothing for me.
So what you're saying is we're going to bet the Detroit Pistons? The Detroit Pistons, Detroit. That's not the actual song. Detroit Pistons outright today, plus 850. Let's do it. I'm just continuing with the dogs. Sue me. I don't care. I've kind of made my case for the plan that I have for today, which is to go after every single dog and hope that 2 of them win outright. So that's just my whole entire goal for today. If it works out, cool. If not, if one of them wins and I'm down a little bit, fine. I don't have that much invested in each dog. So small bets, but I wanted to have, I guess, something for today's NBA card. I didn't want to, because it was either that or I was going to come in here and say I have nothing. I looked at today's card and I had nothing to start with. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Dogs. And I'm still contemplating putting it up on the site.
I'm getting a 16.5 on ESPN bet here. I'm going to move on the Detroit Pistons. That's 16.5. I'm going to take a shot at that. And then I'm also going to grab the Raptors plus 6.5 plus 210. It is ugly, ugly, ugly. But with that being said, sometimes ugly money makes money.
Ugly money makes money. There you go. Suppness. We get a suppness from Lex. Chet and Lillard effed up your plus 10,000 parlay. That sucks. Pass on the Nets game. Detroit plus 16. Come on. Detroit outright.
Shop around.
Detroit outright. Any plays on the CBI? I know Nick only has one.
I played one. Yeah. It was a spreadsheet play too.
I bet every game. I found a spot in each game. Cleveland State, I'm against. I'm on High Point. Montana, yes, I'm on Montana. Fairfield, yes. Seattle, I'm on Evansville, and I am on Tarleton. Because screw IFPW. Morning Twins. Hit and rewind. Hope you all smashed today. You too, Cameron. Jesus. I'm not really sure what the odds on Jesus are, but good luck to you. F the NBA. Struff tennis boosted plus 423. He's 2-2 all time versus his opponent, and he's won the last 2 meetings. All right, hold on. All right, Vought. Is he? That's not live, right? You're looking for Struff. Let's go to tennis, and I'm never gonna find this. So, Struff. Nope. What time does Struff play at? Because I want to take this bet. I'll take a what do you call it bet? Let me know where and let me know what league it's in as well. I've never bet an NBA game in my life. But can Pistons, Blazers, Grizzlies, and Jazz win today? I'm gonna bet them all. Nick, were you and Nick on the same CBI play?
That's the Fairfield.
Yes, Fairfield.
Right?
Fairfield. Yes. Let's keep rolling to this one. This is another one that I'm actually okay with. Like, I probably would have bet this one even if I didn't do all the dogs.
Yeah. We have the Phoenix Suns and the San Antonio Spurs in this game here. We have the Suns as 12-point favorites in this game, total 234 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have let's get this up. This line opened up with the Phoenix Suns as 11-point favorites. We're up to a 12 now, so we've had a move towards the Suns in this game. Line opened up at a 233. It's up to a 233.5. So we've had a move towards the over. We've had a move towards Phoenix in this one here. Taking a look at the cash flow on this one, where you have 22% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on the San Antonio Spurs in this game. 4,337 tickets in. And the line moving up half a point towards Phoenix in this game here. And looking at this one, and then 77% of the tickets are on the over. We've had a slight move towards the over in this one here. Tricky game. Looks like the market kind of liking Phoenix to run them out of the building here. My number is projected value with San Antonio. Do I really want to get involved with that, though? Not really. So this is a stay off spot for me.
That's fine. You already know where I'm going with this.
I do think this is a live dog, though, for you.
I'm on San Antonio, and that line for San Antonio was 5-1 plus 500. Yeah, give me San Antonio. I'm just gonna keep running my my thing. Let's do it. Let's ride.
Are you putting them all on the site?
I am not.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna have no NBA on the site today. There's 5 college basketball games. There you go.
And there'll be the Canucks too.
Oh, I found Struff. He's plus 380.
And you boosted him.
You boosted him.
Yeah.
All right. You've got a $10 bill. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll move on though to one of my favorite money makers this year.
Wait. Hold on. There's chat. Sorry. All right. The chat. Come on. That's all. It's tennis stuff I got already. We're good. San Antonio plus is a lean for sure. Fade what happened last game plus 13 and the under. Get it? Spurs sweeping. There. How you got 5 college basketball? Where are they at? In the CBI and CIT, I believe it is. I don't expect him to win, but at plus, exactly. No, Vada, I'm 100% down for numbers like that. So, Houston minus, no, I don't like the minus. Rockets first half 9-1 at home first half. Get it? Taking all the dogs plus and money line. Nope, F it. I just took them all money line. So let's keep on rolling.
So I wonder how many of these dogs are going to cover the spread but not win.
Oh, probably a bunch.
Let's get into it. The Portland Trailblazers and the Houston Rockets. One of my favorite money makers this year, except for a little bit different of situations where they're able to make me money. Houston Rockets as a home dog has been one of my favorite things to bet this year. They have been absolute money as a home dog because all you need for them to do is cover a number or win. Now they need to win and cover 12 against the Portland Trailblazers here in this game, and I just don't trust the Rockets to do that. We have 56% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Rockets, and 65% of the tickets are on the over. Looking at the cash flow in this game here, the line has moved towards the Rockets. It opened up in 11, now it's a 12. And for the total here in this spot, total opened up at a 219.5. It's a 225. In this game, LJ putting in the chat 9-1 as a home at home for half. Rockets first half. I mean, I have them projected as 10.5 point favorites, so I see slight value on the Blazers in this spot here. I love the Rockets as a home dog. As a home favorite, I have no problem staying off. So it's a pass for me. I don't want to bet against the Rockets at home. That's pretty plain and simple for me. I don't do that because they're a team that at home, very underrated. 25-11 this year. On the roads where you can fade the hell out of them. Pretty simple. They're 25-10-1 at home ATS this year. The Rockets. So for me, stay off spot. I mean, Rockets should cover or should win. Do they cover is the next question. I don't know. It's a pass.
Portland, money line, 5-1. I'm going to continue with the fades of the big, fading the big faves, and hoping I get 2 of them right. Because technically, I put 9 units down, and some of these are like this would win back 5 units. So, 9 units among or 9 bets. I'm just going to call it a unit. I'm not actually. It's way less than a unit for me, but I'm putting. There's 9 measurements of 9 units of action. I'm just trying to see where I need to get to. And most of these, if I get 2 of them right, minus the last 2, which is Jazz and Sixers, I'll be profitable. So, Portland money line 5-1. Let's run. A bunch of them will, Nick. Cover but don't win. My mouse is just really annoying me right now. LJ in the chat. our guy from Texas, Mr. Houston. We need you back on the show soon. Well, they were just doing Papa Palooza, so there you go. Ella, with those huge tennis dogs, taking a spread plus 1.5 is still plus money. I just took him to win. If it loses, it loses. So be it. Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah, oh boy, Chicago. This is a dog that my first look I thought was the dog of the day. Bulls are 13-point favorites when number one, total of 225.5. Maybe this is just telling us something that the Bulls are this big of favorites. But let's get into it here. Line opened up at a 10. It's up to a 12.5 now. So we've had a decent move towards the Bulls in this game. Line opened up at 224.5. It's now 225. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game here, we have 47% of the tickets are on the Bulls. So, and then 68% of the cash is on the over in this game here. The Wizards are on a winning streak, by the way. They've won back-to-back games against Sacramento, Toronto. And they've been a team that they've been decent in that double-digit spread role on the road this year.
Yep.
A little bit here, and that's what gave the appeal to them to me. Now, do I want to back this Wizards team? The market's saying don't do it, which I think will ultimately keep me off this game here. But there's no way in hell the Bulls should be 13-point favorites in this game. I'm only looking Wizards in this game plus the points. But it's a pass for me. I'm only looking Wizards here.
Yeah, I think this would have been a play regardless of whether or not I was doing the whole every single dog play. Who is the Bulls to be laying double digits like this, 13 points? I once again, know the game. I believe it's 550 for the Wizards on the money line. Right, 550. Yes, 550 on the Wizards on the money line. Let's get some dogs today. Just give me a couple of dogs outright, and I'll be a happy camper. As long as they're not the Toronto Raptors or the Indiana Pacers. Those are the only ones I'm not betting.
I would like the Raptors to be a dog. But by the way, Tim, I got an interesting because we asked who are the Bulls to be laying this type of number. Want to take a guess how many times the Bulls have laid double digits this year?
Like twice.
Once. You know what happened in that game?
They lost outright.
They lost outright by double digits against the Pistons. I'm going to move on the Wizards here. I'm going to take the 13 with them.
Chat likes the Wizards too.
Yeah, I'm going to take some Wizards action. I can get plus 13 on Fanatics, plus 13 on DraftKings. I'm going to take that 13 on Fanatics there. With the Pistons in this game, with the Wizards in this game, plus 13 Fanatics minus 110.
There you go. Let's jump into the next one, Nick.
Sorry, I was just logging into my Fanatics. All right, the Dallas Mavericks and the Utah Jazz. The Mavericks minus 8.5 total, 237 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this one here, where this line opened up at an 8. It's now an 8.5. So we've had a move towards the Mavericks in this game. Line opened up at a 234. It's up to 237. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have the Mavericks getting 70% of the tickets and 97% of the cash when the lines moved towards the Mavericks. So that checks out. 51% of the tickets are on the over in this game here. I have the Mavericks around 3-point favorites in this game. So is there an injury from the Jazz that I'm missing here or something along those lines that could have some interest in the Jazz in this spot? Because I have this line way shorter than it actually is. And this is actually one of the better graded plays of the day.
Could we just say that the Jazz suck? No, Jordan Clarkson's a game time decision. Markkanen's a game time decision.
Okay, so a couple players.
So we'll see. Sign me up, Utah. This is the smallest money line I have today at plus 295. So smallest money line that I've got. I said all the 8+ point dogs. Utah is actually one of the three I would be the most comfortable with. Utah, San Antonio, and Atlanta would probably be the three ones I'm most comfortable with because they're at home. That's the only reason I would be anywhere close to being comfortable taking those bigger dogs. But I grabbed them all today. That's right.
I'm actually tempted to take some Jazz in this game.
Luka double with Jazz money line. Yes, Jazz. You have a twin? No. Nope, no twin. All right, Nick, it's my Nuggets.
Yep, I'm gonna stay off that Jazz game. Denver Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies. I swear, if there's the epitome of the NBA season for me, it's this team right here.
Yep.
Memphis Grizzlies. They have found new and creative ways to piss me off every single time I bet on them, against them, over, under, doesn't matter. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have the Denver Nuggets. They are slight favorites in this game, where they opened up at a 14.5 and they're now up to a 15.5. Line opened up at a 214.5 down to a 213.5. So a 1 point move towards the Nuggets, a 1 point line move towards the under. In this game here, 56% of the tickets are on the over. Line moving towards the under. 42% of the tickets in the line moving towards them. Sharp money on the Nuggets here in this spot. I had this game priced around 12.5, 13 value with the Grizzlies. I have no interest in this game whatsoever. Market's telling me Nuggets. My numbers are telling me Grizzlies. Grizzlies games, I think, are just complete passes for me from now on. They're a team that probably like the Miami Heat for you, Tim, where you don't get their games right. I do not get Grizzlies games right.
I don't bet them often, but when I do, I get them right.
Yeah, I bet them too often and I never get them right. So nothing here for me.
Memphis plus 950 is my biggest money line of the day. Wonder what I can get on the site for it. Can I get over 1,000? I cannot. The biggest I can get on the site is 902. So I'm not putting any of them up on the site. I want to preface that, but this is a ugly slate of NBA, and let's see. Will tomorrow be any better?
Probably not.
There shouldn't be any double-digit faves tomorrow. Golden State versus Miami, Lakers and Bucks, Thunder and Pelicans, Mavericks and Kings. So there shouldn't be any double digits, but I'm fading my Nuggets. 950 with the Memphis Grizzlies. Yes, Wizards, Utah, yes. Memphis, yes. Sabres money line. Now that's good money. It was last night. One of my two player props that actually hit last night? I had Jamie Benn that hit and TNT Tage Thompson. Those were the only two player props. I went 2-6 yesterday. Rough day for
you hit some regression yesterday.
Yep, hit me like a truck. We got two games. The final one that I'll have a play on.
Yeah, we have the Sacramento Kings and the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers, the Kings 9-point favorites in this game. We're starting to see some 9.5s pop up. Line opened up at 8.5. It's up to a 9.5. So we've had a 1 point move towards the Sacramento Kings. Line opened up at a 221. It's up to a 222. So a line move towards the over here as well. 76% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Sacramento Kings. 4,720 tickets in. The line's moved towards the Kings. It all checks out there. 71% of the tickets are on the under, but yet this line's moved towards the over, which kind of gives me a little bit of interest in the over in this game here. I'm not going to move on it here. The markets are telling me a little bit Kings. My numbers are telling me Sixers. This will be an easy stay off for me as well. There's line value on the Sixers, but I'm not interested in this one.
I took Sixers money line as my final money line of the day. So there you go. Those are all the big money lines I took today. I wrote them. So I'm just hoping to hit a couple. That's all I'm gonna ask for is a couple. Not gonna go crazy. Just let's ride. Sixers for me. Money lines at 305, I believe. 310. I got 310.
There you go.
No, tomorrow won't be better. Only a short slate, but Wednesday will be a full slate. Yeah, but tomorrow will be better because there will be no double-digit dogs. NBA or double-digit favorites, I should say. I put $1 on Grizzlies, Spurs, Wizards, Raptors for $1,200. Let's do it. Except for I'm not on the Raptors. Philly plus money, $1 inch. Yeah, I got you. Sacramento over 2, yeah. Sixers money line. The Kings like to play down to their competition.
They absolutely do.
I've never bet on an NBA game in my life, and this will probably be the last time because you're probably not going to win that. Final game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Clippers and the Pacers, with the Clippers 5.5-point favorites, total of 233.5. Let's get up the line history in this one here, where we're starting to see some sixes pop up. Line opened up at a 6. It got down to a 5.5. It's back up to a 6. So really no line movement on the side. Line opened up at a 234.5 down to a 233. I had this game priced around 3.5, 4 range. Not really interested in the side here in this game. In this one, we have 55% of the tickets are on the Clippers. Lines move towards them. 75% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the under. I will finish the card with a pass.
Same. Money line wasn't big enough for me to go crazy with it. Part of me probably wants to end up putting money on the last 2 dogs, but this one I'll stay away from so I don't bet them all. Small plays today. It's kind of a day off, essentially, for me. I got 1 play in the NHL. I bet small amounts on every single dog, and I moved on.
And after March Madness this weekend.
After March Madness this weekend, I'm taking – today's kind of like a mental day. So there you go. And I have a bunch of action still. And I have 5 college basketball plays. But over. I can see the over. That's going to do it for all the games. Quick housekeeping recapping. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Those are the important ones. We're posting content on the YouTube Shorts and TikTok every single day. So make sure you guys are checking those out. So
they're little stream highlights. Be sure to
stream highlights. Yep, and they go on YouTube Shorts and TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So there. Recap for me. Jake Neighbors to get a point in hockey, and every single dog that's at least 8-point dogs, I'm taking them outright. Nick?
Yeah. I'm on the Canucks in the NHL, and that is it. I lean Blues in the other game. I'll definitely be rooting for the Blues. I would like to see the Blues steal the last playoff spot from the Vegas Golden Knights, personally. I'm on Cleveland first quarter -3.5. First half -6.5, and that's where I stopped on that game. Toronto Raptors +6.5 and +210. Detroit Pistons +16.5. Washington Wizards +13. Crappy card, but it is what it is. And I'm going to take Fairfield in the NCAA in the CBI. And I think just to be a little degen, I want to get action on High Point. I really don't want to lay those points. I think I'm going to tie together Fairfield and High Point for a little 2-teamer, just to be a little degenerate and have some action on the opening game.
What's the race to? Let's see.
What's the race to? Okay.
Anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for today's show. We'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.